Welcome to Deep Fat Fried, the greatest podcast in existence, but you know that because you're all patrons. Thank you so much for doing that.
That's true.
So, fuck you guys.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. Fuck you guys.
Why are you so mad, TJ?
I'm mad at you, Scotty.
Why?
Because you're a piece of fucking shit.
I don't appear to be a piece of shit, TJ.
It's like the badass in a movie, like delivering the big badass line and taking a drag on his cigarette and then just coughing on it.
Yeah, we need to do that.
You know what, kid? You can take that little attitude and stick it right where the sun don't shine.
I love it, dude.
That's kind of villain TJ would be, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vape Nation TJ!
Vape.
Man, you're vaping hard, TJ. You're hitting that
He's
vape.
hitting little bitch hits, though.
Take
a man's hit, TJ.
listen to
I don't know if I should.
Take a man's hit, TJ. What's this fucking pathetic little...
Come on, TJ, rip a fat cloud of
Let's see a fucking fat fucking cloud, dude.
All right.
Rip the fattest vape that you've ever
I'll fucking
vaped.
beat TJ's lame little cloud, dude.
Probably going to pass out onto the keyboard.
Alright,
so.
bullshit.
Vape Nation. Go.
I'm gonna beat you, TJ. Let's see your little weak one. Oh, dude, give that shit over here, dude. I can beat that, no problem. Pass it over, TJ. I can beat that, no problem, dude. Alright, you pass them down.
There's like slobber on my keyboard now.
Dude, I can beat that little bitch hit, dude.
Give it to Scotty.
I guarantee I got that fucking beat, dude.
Give it to Skittle.
I'm not even a vapor, dude. I gotta wipe this shit off.
Oh, man.
It's probably slathered in spittle. Skittle.
Rip a fat cloud.
Damn. Oh, well. Oh, gross!
Oh, dude.
He vaped till he puked live.
That's awesome, dude.
All right, well, that's the show.
Ladies and
There's
gentlemen.
no topping it, you know.
Yeah, go.
Jesus Christ, dude.
He vaped till he puked.
How the fuck do I follow that?
I don't know.
Oh, my God. All right. Well, new show topic for tonight.
Scotty puked.
Vaping till you puke.
I'm
The
crying.
newest craze.
Oh, that's good shit, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my God. Oh.
I'm stunned. I just need.
I don't even know what to say now.
I just need to let that settle in.
Right, yeah.
I'm sorry. I know you guys are here for entertainment, but I'm gonna need a quiet moment to myself just to kind of process the whole goings on, and make sure that we're all on the same page.
All right, hold on. We're going to,
What are we gonna
we need
do?
a moment of zen, dude.
Oh yeah.
Give yourself over to a land where you didn't just watch Scotty puke a boiled hot dog all over the ground after ripping a fat cloud. Here in your peaceful inner place, Scotty never puked after you vaped.
I can't do it. It's not working. All right, I do feel a little better though. Okay. More centered.
Can you hand me the puke vape?
Do you even?
Well, he didn't puke on it,
I
did
think he puked in it.
Gross.
I don't think there's any vape juice in it anymore. I think it's all just puke.
All right, I don't see no puke.
All right.
So I think I'm all right.
Dude, damn, dude. I did not expect that to happen.
Well, whatever.
My body's like, no, this is bad.
Your body rejected it in a major way.
Yeah, dude.
You can see, man, ripping the fat cloud is not as easy as it may seem.
At least I fucking did it, dude.
You
It's
did.
true. Hey, yeah,
Yep.
that is true. Nobody else did it.
You did it, Scotty. That goes on the list of Scotty accomplishments.
Dude, I think the last time I puked like that was when I ate that fucking jalapeno.
I remember
dude.
that. Yeah, I was there. I remember that.
I just was like, "Bleh."
I was present for your last random puke.
Dude, but this one's actually captured though. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, anything that happens for posterity's sake is a good thing, man. Because nobody would have believed us if we told
no,
them
dude.
that, you know.
Yeah,
You'd never would
it's
have.
too far-fetched a story.
Yeah.
There's no
Didn't
credibility
happen.
without...
He didn't rip a cloud
puke
so
vape, dude.
volcanic that, like, after the cloud finished coming out, what was in his stomach came after. That was a volcano erupting, Scotty. I give you props. You ripped a fat fucking vape. Well,
Yeah.
let me ask you something, TJ.
What
now
is-
that we've can you
what?
Play, hold on? Can you play a little bit more of the Zen music for me, please?
Sure.
I just need another. All right, cut it. I'm okay. When was the last time that you slacked, TJ? When's the last time you had some slack in your life, huh?
Never. Not once.
Never?
Never,
What about
Paul.
you, Scotty? Are you a slacker? You got to have a lot of slack.
Scotty's lazy as fuck. Unlike me.
Dude, I ain't no fucking slack here, dude.
Well, I'm here to tell both of
Industrious
you
TJ.
that you are missing the point of life.
Wow.
What?
Life is about slacking off, not doing what you're told, breaking the rules. And that's why I'm a member of the Church of the Subgenius.
Ooh.
Are you a member of the Church of the Subgenius, TJ?
I am not.
Who you're looking at here is Reverend Ivan Stang.
I don't think so, because I'm looking at this guy off to the side.
No, that's just another subgenius.
Yeah.
But this is one of the co-founders of the Church of the Subgenius, TJ. This is Reverend Ivan Stang. And you will address him by his proper title. He is a reverend,
Okay.
ordained. So in 1980, two smart, goofy nerds in Dallas, Texas decided to start their own religion. And who could take that away from them?
Not me.
Nobody in Texas. Their names are Doug and Steve, but in the grand tradition of charlatans everywhere, they invented new names for themselves as apostles of the deity of their made-up belief system. This is Reverend Ivan Stang. I don't have a picture of the other guy, but the other guy's name is Dr. Philo Drummond. Actually, I do have a picture of him. Pull him up. What do you think of that?
He looks like a woodshop teacher.
Yeah, he does. Would you think that this dude was up to some crazy shit, like creating a parody religion?
No.
And like adhering to it for multiple decades? Because that's one of the things, as we get into this, that kind of typifies the Church of the Subgenius, is that they never break kayfabe. It was all about, like, if we're going to do this,
We're going to do
Publicly-
it all the way.
we got to be all for it.
They're committed, dude.
They're very committed. So they were ready at this point to educate the masses through the Church of the Subgenius about the great J.R. Bob Dobbs to spread his gospel of slack. So Bob Dobbs is kind of like an L. Ron Hubbard figure in the Church of the Subgenius. In fact, he's almost a direct parody of that. This kind of idea of a guru that spouts a lot of loaded psychobabble type of stuff about how you should chase all of your whims and how nothing really matters in the end. You know, it's kind of like, as far as I can tell, it seems to be a parody religion created to kind of mock the, what the fuck do they call that shit? Alternative medicine kind of metaphysics community that was kind of starting to spring up in the 1980s. This
New Age. you're talking
crystal healing and incense aromatherapy, that sort of stuff.
about acupuncture, yeah.
And once again, kind of focusing too on the idea of challenging what they saw as a society that had become boring and based a lot on rigid, thought control and rigid time management, where you had to be at your job at a certain time and a lot of drudgery. And so the church is all about casting those things aside, giving yourself permission to be a slacker and to not do what you're supposed to be doing and to eschew your responsibilities and just kind of enjoy being alive.
It should have a lot of appeal for TJ. I mean, like,
I think TJ is a secret member of the Church of the Subgenius.
It seems like it's a perfect fit for him. So TJ, this religion, basically, you're supposed to eschew responsibility.
Hold on. Sorry, cut out there for a second. A little bit of a technical hiccup.
A little bit of a technical fuck up. It's okay. We're just gonna jump back in.
Jump on back in.
You know, we'll figure
with,
out
what
where
is
we
this
ended
dude?
and where we began later.
Bob Dobbs or something, right?
Bob Ross.
Yeah. We were talking about a little bit about the figurehead of the Church of the Subgenius.
Right,
One
talking
J.R. Bob Dobbs. I got a picture of him. I think might be the next one that's up there.
Is it this one? I thought it was this guy.
No, it's not that guy. That's one of the actual living founders. We're talking about a mythological.
Yeah, the
founder.
next thing I have is Adolf Hitler, so I don't think I have a Bob Dobbs picture.
Well, that's actually him in the background.
Oh, okay.
That
so this
is that's J.R. Bob Dobbs,
okay.
Founder, quote unquote, of the Church of the Subgenius. Kind of their
Well, I think I have a picture of.
Yeah,
it
there
here.
you go.
This
Well,
is
that's
nice
this is a
solo
book.
image.
This is a book that was written. It's actually the sacred holy text of the Church of the Subgenius. But yeah, Bob Dobbs is his pipe is ubiquitous. Anybody that has a pipe in their mouth is clearly trying to project that they are a member of the Church of the Subgenius. That's one of the memes in the church. It's like they believe that anytime they see somebody holding their pipe in their teeth, like Bob is here, and smiling, that is an admission that they are secret subgenius. Whoa. But Bob Dobbs is he. You know, we talked a little bit about Slack, you know, at the top of this. And that's really what Bob is about. He's about preaching, the benefits of Slack. There's a lot of famous people that are actually in the Church of the Subgenius, TJ.
Oh, cool.
You may not know this.
I don't know.
You know
this.
Devo?
Yeah.
Yeah, Devo.
Whip it.
Devo frontman Mark Mothersbaugh, huh?
He's
a subgenius. How about Pee Wee Herman, Paul Rubens?
Paul
You know that
Rubens,
guy?
wow, infamous
What?
for the
He
movie
is a
theater
subgenius.
masturbation fiasco.
Yep, he is
Yeah.
a subgenius. You like the Talking Heads at all? You heard of them?
I've heard of them. I
The
don't
front man is a
can't
subgenius.
really summon one of
Oh,
their
dude,
songs.
he
but
You like R. Crumb, the cartoonist?
Oh, he loves him.
yeah, Crumb's cool. Draws big asses. That's
he's
always
a
good.
subgenius, TJ.
Oh wow, I need to join this church.
Gonzo Bluesman, Mojo Nixon. I don't know who that is. There's more, but
Sounds
there's one.
cool.
There's one we haven't covered, TJ. And if you want to go to that Hitler article, Hitler was a member of the Church of the Subgenius. Why don't you read about it for us?
Cool. This is from the Subgenius Wikia. Adolf Hitler was the Führer of Nazi Germany, the Third Reich, and the most famous subgenie in history. In 1936, he gave a speech which was the first thing ever broadcast on television, in which he implored his followers to join the Church of the Subgenius. This speech was broadcast on MTV, which was the first television network in history.
Hey,
Exactly.
wait a minute. Wait a
Exactly.
minute.
So far, so good.
Later in life, I don't what are you waiting a minute for?
Yeah, everything's so far historically.
So far, checking
lined
out
up to
Broadcast
me.
on MTV. I don't remember that happening.
Well, just keep going.
Well,
Let's
it
see
was
if
before your time. It was in 1936.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
don't remember anything from there. You weren't
I
even
thought
a
MTV.
sperm
I thought
in your dad's
MTV
balls
started in
yet.
the '80s, though. Didn't it start in the '80s?
You're dumb as shit, dude. Later in his life, Adolf Hitler grew more disenchanted with the Church of the Subgenius, especially when he found out Ivan Stang banned him and his friends from the X-Day drill in 1945 on the charge that Hitler's art isn't good enough.
Ouch, that must have hurt.
Yeah, I wouldn't fucking put up with that. After he got banned from X-Day, Adolf Hitler and his wife Eva Braun both committed suicide within hours, since the Church of the Subgenius was the only thing that ever gave their lives any meaning.
Can you imagine how whitewashed has history become that the true accounting of the last and final hours of Hitler and Eva Braun is only being told truthfully by the truth of the Church of the Subgenius. here.
Here's the thing I don't get. He doesn't really look like a dude with a wife in that picture, but, you know.
Well, I mean, whatever.
He's
TJ.
German.
You can't look at a guy in a leather bondage harness and, not know that he doesn't like some pussy on the side.
I mean, I guess that's true. I mean, I don't know.
It's 2019, TJ.
He
I
was
was
a member
making assumptions.
of
I mean,
the Church
technically
of
it
the
was
Subgenius.
1936, but, you know.
This, I'm saying, is 2019.
Right,
Back
yeah.
then, it could be forgivable. But now, come on.
This is actually,
yeah.
according
There's
to
a lot
here,
of leather harnesses
This
out
is actually a
walking around.
traditional Nazi uniform, TJ.
Is
So,
it?
Yeah.
Did Hugo Boss design those as well? Or
Probably.
Wow, yeah, okay.
So, to be clear, all of this shit, the church, obviously, is something of a con job and an inside joke that ran amok.
Cool.
This is Bob Dobbs as a sheet of blotter acid. I like this.
That's pretty neat. I like acid.
Yeah.
Sulfuric is my favorite.
But the people involved took perpetuating that joke seriously. So the people in this little, parody religion are very Andy Kaufman about never breaking character.
Right, they just maintain whatever happens. It's all real.
So they've got 5 books that they've published under the header of the Church of the Subgenius. One of them, the Book of the Subgenius, has remained in print for decades now. So
yeah, that's this one.
Yep, that's the one right
the
there.
Book of the Subgenius.
So I've got some Subgenius content. We don't have to watch it all, but people who wanted to play along with the gag launched radio shows in the 80s, including the Puzzling Evidence Show.
Cool.
In Berkeley, California. So this guy is an expert, and he did nothing but news about glass and all of the things that have to do with glass. And I thought we'd watch
a lot of things do connect to glass.
Yeah, they do.
March 29th, 1985. Puzzling Evidence presents Glass.
So it's called Glass Matters.
This is the GLAS News Network. I'm your reporter, James Vinny. Tonight's top story, U.S. plans to pack atomic waste in glass. The atomic industry for over 3 decades has been producing nuclear warheads and bombs with a byproduct of liquid radioactive waste with no adequate place to store it. In a recent report, new defense industry waste processing facility will be opened, which will combine radioactive waste with borosilicate glass. 28% glass and 72% radioactive waste will be a molten mixture poured into 10-foot high.
It's like, and this is all, of course, like everybody that's in on this is laughing their asses off at this, and everybody that's not is at home scratching their head. It's actually interesting. I watched the whole thing. I think the clip I pulled is like 6 or 7 minutes, so obviously we won't watch the whole thing.
It's 9.5.
But it's actually really kind of interesting because he does find an enormous amount of legitimate news stories that all have some ridiculous tangential connection to glass. And he just stoically kind of sits at this desk and reads it like a news anchor. And you know that like some of the shitty quality here is intentional.
Oh, God,
it
yeah.
has to be because you know,
I mean, like it's you could definitely.
it sounds like there's a leaf blower in the next room over.
Canisters, and will be deposited in some geological
Yeah, there's like an
repository.
engine running or something.
I know, it's like a
By
diesel
Congress.
truck is running next to him.
This just into our news desk.
Oh, this just in.
Spices recalled by Schilling Corporation because of broken glass rims.
Oh shit.
Spices sold in Western stores with cracked or damaged rims that could cause glass to get into spices have been recalled from stores all over the West. We'll have film at 11. In an apparently unrelated story, glass slivers found in governor's intestines. A jagged piece of glass measuring 1.3 inches by 2 inches was
Wow, it is impressive that he found 9.5 minutes worth of
It
glass.
goes on and on,
related
and they're
stories.
actually kind of interesting stories. If once
Yeah.
you're in on the "it's all about glass" joke, it's the GLAS News Network, dude.
I love it.
So this was all.
And I love that way over the top bow tie too. It's
it's beautiful, isn't it?
the
If Tucker had sported a big fat bow tie like that, it might have been seen as manly.
By the way, I've seen several people send me bearded Tuckers, and it does not help.
It
Yeah,
doesn't.
I
Yeah,
agree.
I've seen a few too. It doesn't help at all.
It does not help.
I also pulled a Subgenius commercial.
Wow. Yeah. So this is like, all right. So this is them trying to sell us.
Yeah, they're
on
trying to
their religion.
recruit us.
All right. So I'm gonna look at this with an open mind. I've never fallen for a religion before.
Okay.
But maybe this is the one.
All right.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Dragging
I'm
your
in.
butt through the day, selling body and soul to a bunch of bland normals? Acting stupid so they'll think you're one of them? Tired of getting all of the guilt, but none of the sex? There is a simple answer, dear friend. A glowing beacon of slack amidst the turmoil and darkness. It's J.R. Bob Dobbs, the living slack master, and his church of the subgenius. Bob brings finds a new destiny for the abnormal. For Bob comes to justify our sins, to unmask the conspiracy, and to get us back the slack they stole away. It's us versus them. Are you gonna fry in hell on earth alongside the pink boys? Or will you pull the wool over your own eyes and accept Bob into your mind? Repent, quit your job, slack off, and praise Bob!
Church of the Subgenius, eternal salvation, or triple your money back.
I'm in.
I knew
I'm in, dude.
I knew that TJ was going to join this
I'm
religion
in.
immediately.
I'm down. Let's do it. Sup,
can you
Church
do
of the
the
Subgenius.
Subgenius call?
No, I don't even
You
know
have
what it
to
is
put
yet.
your hand out in a Hitler salute,
Right.
and then you got to do that thing he was doing right there at the end. You got to go.
Is that how it goes? Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna try. Let's see if I'm really cut out.
See
for
if you're
this.
Subgenius material, TJ.
Yeah. All right.
That was pretty good. I think they'd let you in on that.
Cool.
They like celebrities too, so it's like you're an e-celeb.
I'm almost a celebrity.
You're an
Yeah,
e-celeb.
You got a little following.
Celebrity.
Probably get some, because they do mimic Scientology in that way.
Right.
They anytime they get a celeb, they treat them very well.
Cool.
A little bit about Bob before we move on to our next parody religion, because he is really kind of the most interesting thing about the Church of the Subgenius to me. He just looks like, I don't know, on the surface, he's just like a generic 1950s dad-looking character. But there's something else going on with J.R. Bob Dobbs. I don't know what it is, but I like
on
it.
Crack.
Bob is nothing but a guy with a pipe and a grin. A pipe and a grin.
And a grin.
It sounds so simple when you put it that way, doesn't it? Yet that sentence contains the gem of comedy, of tragedy, of all the vast, seething implications that are embodied by Bob. He's a temporary, disposable savior.
Wow.
If you want the real truth here, and I think we can talk freely for once, Bob is actually a baroquely structured symbol. A disgustingly puerile conception of the perfect human being with wealth, luck, and untrammeled sex appeal. I mean, is that childish or what? That is the official church answer to who is J.R. Bob Dobbs.
That's pretty cool. It seems like they kind of broke kayfabe there a little
Not
bit.
really. Not really.
Not really.
No, not enough.
Not all the way.
Why would you need to? I mean, this is just great. It's the fucking perfect thing if you're a fucking lazy, degenerate sack of shit like TJ.
You saw that commercial.
And you don't want to work and you don't want to do anything. TJ, you finally found your home, dude.
Yeah.
Atheism is dead for you, dude.
But let me
You're a
ask
new
you. Let me ask
savior.
you, Scotty. TJ's found a religion.
Are
Are you ready to be a Pastafari? Are you
Maybe.
ready to reach out and touch his noodly appendage and become Pastafari?
I think you should do it.
Now, you remember Pastafarianism.
This was huge for
Yeah.
a while. I mean, I remember,
people wearing the strainer on their heads?
Yeah,
and
and
shit,
you know, every comment section on any one of my videos, like, you must be touched by his noodly appendage.
Yes, his noodly appendage, indeed. This was big, yeah, a big kind of atheist movement icon, right?
It was kind of meant to show the ridiculousness of modern religion, or I guess religion in general, by, this is really like an atheist critique of religion, which I guess is one of the main reasons you do a parody religion to begin with.
Right. So I thought we'd start the proceedings by reading the Lord Spaghetti's prayer. This is
Okay.
a very, so I need you all somber for this.
All right,
okay?
I'm gonna get.
Yes.
All right.
Our pasta, who art in colander.
I don't see Scotty putting his hands together in reverence.
Oh,
He has no reverence for the noodly appendage.
sorry, TJ.
Our pasta, who art in colander, draining be thy noodles. Thy noodle come, thy sauce be yum. On top some grated parmesan. Give us this day our garlic bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trample on our lawns. And lead us not into vegetarianism, but deliver us some pizza. For thine is the meatball, the onion, and the bay leaves, forever and ever and ever. Ramen.
Wow, that's like the best prayer I've ever heard.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, and it also made me want spaghetti.
And pizza.
And the meatball.
Well, I had pizza yesterday.
I want
so
that too,
I
though.
want spaghetti.
See, that's the thing about me. I could eat pizza every day of the
Every
fucking
day,
week.
huh?
Every day. That same pizza we had last night, if you came to me and
If
said,
it was
Paul,
back again.
that's it. That's all you get to eat for the rest of your life. You're going to get one of those pies a day. I'd be like, sweet.
Life
Food
is
handle.
good.
I don't know, Paul. You know what, dude? I think you should fucking do it. 30
Paul's
days.
Pizza
Oh,
Challenge,
God.
dude.
There
Please,
isn't-
the last thing my fat ass needs is a pizza challenge, okay?
Paul eats nothing.
Paul
Even,
would tap.
even I know where to draw the line.
Paul would tap. He knows that's why.
So the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, after having existed in secrecy for hundreds of years, came into the mainstream just a few years ago.
Wow.
With millions, if not thousands, of devout worshipers, the Church of the FSM is widely considered a legitimate religion, even by its opponents, mostly fundamentalist Christians who have accepted that our God has larger balls than theirs.
Well, he certainly does.
Some claim that the church is purely a thought experiment or satire, illustrating that intelligent design is not science, just a pseudoscience manufactured by the Christians to push creationism into public schools. These people are mistaken. The Church of the FSM is legit and backed by hard science. Anything that comes across as humor or satire, purely coincidental.
Oh, wow. I always thought it was a parody religion, but
Nope.
I guess it's legit.
You're wrong. You see, a parody, that's the thing about a parody. It can't say, this is not a parody, you know?
Yeah.
It's like a cop, like an undercover cop.
Yeah.
If you ask
it's like
them,
entrapment. at
yeah,
that
if you
point.
ask them, like, hey, you a cop, buddy? And they say no,
I'm not a
then they
cop.
can't bust you for nothing. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Makes sense to me.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Obviously. So this was like an edgy kind of atheist meme that got passed around. I mean, I don't know if it started on YouTube, but pretty like a bunch of the community jumped headfirst into this noodly appendage ramen shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was super popular, dude. I mean, and it made sense because it was always just like, the line of reasoning, like, you don't believe in this God. I would always hear people say, do you believe in the flying spaghetti monster? They go, well, no. It's like, why not? The same line
I think
of
the
reasoning.
Satanic Temple kind of stole this one's thunder, though.
Well, I mean, yeah, a lot of these probably took some cues from the Satanic Temple in terms of being this kind of tongue-in-cheek pseudo-religion that's trying to mimic the absurdity of the actual accepted religions around it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess even the original Church of Satan is kind of a parody religion to an extent too.
So this was founded actually in 2005 by a dude named Bobby Henderson in response to the Kansas State Board of Education's decision to spend as much time teaching intelligent design as they did the theory of evolution.
Just trying to give it its fair shake.
Right.
and
Henderson
balanced.
claims that the Pastafarian theory of the origin of the world should be taught in the same way as intelligent design and the theory. He asserts that the world was created in one day by the flying spaghetti monster who created a mountain, then a tree, and finally a midget. The dogmas of Pastafarianism are centered on references to noodles and pirates and on parodies of creationist theories. Among other things, it's claimed that global warming is the result of the decline of the pirate population.
I mean, let me ask you this. When pirates were more common, was there global warming?
Checkmate.
Right. It's
Checkmate.
Isn't there a bunch of piracy nowadays? though?
There's some, but there's nowhere near the golden.
We're
age
talking
of
about
pirates.
real pirates
Yeah, we're
here.
talking
We're not
about
talking about
high
like, I
seas.
downloaded a movie on the internet.
Right.
I was talking like Somali,
No,
pirates
those
and
guys are not real pirates. Those dudes.
Do they ever? You ever seen a Somali pirate be like, "Shiver me timbers,
Yeah,
or
rotate me barnacles, walk the plank with
I don't know, but
ye.
probably not.
No.
I'm gonna go with probably not.
That's
Yeah.
a real pirate, and there's none of those left. And now we're baking to death on the earth. Coincidence? I think not.
I think not.
So I thought one of the funny things about his case was he argued for a 33-33-33 split between creationism, intelligent design, and Pastafarianism.
Yeah,
Which I think is more than fair.
I think it's.
Teach the controversy,
I think the kids should just go to school and hear every theory, no matter how ridiculous.
It's kind of sad that this meme has gotten lumped in with kind of edgy atheism, which is no longer in vogue, and it's kind of lost its meaning because it's actually a really fun way to overtly challenge a stupid idea, right?
Yes.
Just make another stupid idea to challenge it and
make it-
ask for equal treatment.
Make an equally stupid idea that because it's newer, actually comes across that way to people because no one's been indoctrinated all their life to believe in this flying spaghetti monster. So
Right. So the flying spaghetti monster doesn't have commandments
yeah,
as they were. He has instead the 8 I'd really rather you didn't.
he's a more passive
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, he's like, look, you can do what you want, but I'd rather you didn't this. And so
Some good
number
rules.
1, I'd really rather you didn't act like a sanctimonious, holier-than-thou ass when describing my noodly goodness. If some people don't believe in me, that's okay. Really, I'm not that vain. Besides, this isn't about them, so don't change the subject. That's a pretty decent commandment.
like that
A
one.
fair rule.
You know, if a god came down, if he was like the Christian god, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near him because he's a total fucking tyrant. But this god that was like, look, don't worship me too hard, okay?
Yeah, the Flying Spaghetti Monster's like,
Chill
look,
out.
it's
Don't
fine.
go crazy with
If
it,
your
folks.
buddies don't believe in me, you know what? It's all right. Move on with your life.
Number 2, I'd really rather you didn't use my existence as a mean to oppress, subjugate, punish, eviscerate, and, or, be mean to others. I don't require sacrifices, and purity is for drinking water, not people.
I mean, I'm really having a really hard time following this guy now. I mean, you read something like that, and I mean, if you can't oppress, subjugate, punish, eviscerate, and or be mean to others, what's the point of religion?
Seems like he's oppressing me
It sounds like
by
some-
not letting me oppress others.
It sounds like some liberal bullshit now.
Seems like a hippie to me. I'd really rather you didn't judge people for the way they look. So I'm not going to read all of these. So don't judge people the way they look. I'd really rather you didn't indulge in conduct that offends yourself or your willing, consenting partner of legal age and mental maturity. As far as anyone who might object, I think the expression "go fuck yourself," unless they find that offensive, in which case they can turn off the TV. I like that one. Number 5, I'd really rather you didn't change the hateful ideas of others on an empty stomach. That's a good piece of advice.
I was winning me back there.
Yeah, eat.
6, I'd really rather you didn't build multi-million-dollar churches, temples, mosques, shrines to my noodly goodness. I can get behind that.
Yeah,
Who needs more of those?
He says we could spend it on ending poverty and curing disease.
What?
That's kind of.
I don't know.
I don't know,
like,
man. Sounds like socialism to me.
I'd really rather you didn't go around telling people I talk to you. I like that one too because I'm tired of hearing how God talks to people. So if I like that. Nobody wants to hear about how the noodles talk to you. I like it.
I don't know. If some dude was like, the spaghetti is talking, I'd probably want to know what it said.
For about 5 seconds until he started rambling incoherent nonsense.
Well,
and then
I'm just basically at that point, I'm really just checking for like, it told me to kill everyone. Then it's like, okay.
probably come pretty soon after. And the last, I'd really rather you didn't do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If you are into stuff that uses a lot of leather lubricant / Las Vegas, blah blah blah, whatever. And then there are 2 lost commandments. Number 9 and 10 apparently were lost to the sands of time, so we'll never know.
Damn.
What his noodly goodness would
I guess
rather we not do.
I guess they smashed that tablet.
I guess so, which is a shame, in my estimation. From where I sit, that's a shame. I think we could have learned from those last 2.
Maybe maybe number 9 is like, I'd really rather you didn't take a big hit on a vape and then puke your guts out.
I wish that would have been a commandment. It would have saved me a lot of suffering, dude.
Yeah.
If only Scotty had heard that wisdom sooner.
So I thought we'd take a quick, deeper look at the creation myth behind his noodly appendage.
Sure.
His noodly goodness.
Yeah.
So the flying spaghetti monster created the entire universe and all its content in just 4 days, which is quicker than Yahweh, right?
Yeah, several days faster.
After drinking heavily. So he was drunk and he did it quicker?
Fuck, dude.
The following 3 days, he rested. So he took 3 chill days, which I like.
Yeah, he's a chiller god.
Yeah, I mean, he worked a little bit more. 4 days work, 3 days off. I mean, that's pretty good.
The first person he created was a midget, which is ennobling to midgets, I think.
Right, because it's like, you know...
They're the proto-man. They're the first man.
That means there's nothing wrong with them. There's something wrong with all of us
Dude,
that aren't midgets.
The midgets are the chosen people.
Whom the flying spaghetti monster granted a beautiful wench.
Cool.
And,
was it a midget wench?
I assume probably. Or maybe not. Maybe it was a normal mensch and a midget dude.
Cool.
A normal wench. Let's see. And the first person created was a midget, blah, blah, blah. You got a wench. And all of humanity sprang forth from these 2. Of course, of special note are pirates, who are considered holy in Pastafarianism, helping combat global warming, earthquakes, hurricanes, and a slew of other natural disasters.
And we did a whole show on pirates, and we didn't cover any of that.
I know. I feel like we gotta.
We gotta
just go back and erase that episode,
or like at least make a sequel
Well,
supplementing
that was hidden from us, dude.
Yeah, it was.
Like I
We
said,
didn't
and
know.
It was part of the hidden history of the world.
it
that
really
we didn't
is.
even know about.
It's a secret history of the Pastafarianism, dude. The pirates kept us safe for fucking thousands of years, TJ.
Yeah. So I guess long ago, his noodliness decided in his great wisdom to make stuff.
Cool.
And his first task was easily the most difficult. On the first day, he made a mountain, trees, and the midget. The midget took the greatest time as he had to create a small human, having never even created a human before. So he had to, like, that is kind of tough. Like,
Yeah.
you've never even made one human, and you got to make a small human
Right.
right off the bat.
That's like coming out with the fucking, like the smartphone before you've invented
The iPod.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy. So at the end of that day, it was so. At which point, he spent the next 3 days making everything else, including the first 3-day weekend, the shroud of the napkin, and fake carbon atoms to fool scientists and geologists. And then he rested on the 5th, 6th, and 7th day.
Cool.
I mean, that's pretty clever. They even thought to fool scientists in the future, dude.
Do we even have we actually have we have a Pastafarian religious
Yeah,
ceremony.
now this is in some kind of strange Pastafarian tongue, so we won't be able to understand. We will get a look at Pastafarians worshiping in their natural environment, which is a rarity.
Cool.
Yeah, see, he's got the colander on his dome.
There's the pirates.
Yeah, you see pirates, and there's another colander being beaten, rung like a bell.
I love.
Do you guys know what the ceremony is? What they're actually doing?
I don't. I
specifically?
couldn't find anything behind it other than it's just a group of, I think it's German Pastafarians.
This must be a sort of a protection spell or something, perhaps being cast on this crowd.
And I think that they were protesting an unjust, religiously tinged social control law in Germany.
What?
I refuse to believe it.
Looks like there's like beer being drunk.
Yeah, so they
they're
open up
passing
a
this
beer.
cup.
Well, it is Germany.
And then look, instead of the wafer, you get a noodle. Isn't that good?
Oh, this is the
Yeah,
body
you get
of the
to
flying spaghetti
slurp
monster.
the noodle, dude.
Yeah, his noodly appendage. You take the communion just like that. I thought that was pretty cool. I'd rather do a noodle than one of those. Have you guys ever had a communion wafer?
No, but I heard they're gross.
They are. I had one time, and they're not good. They're no bueno.
Yeah, it's pretty weird how it's supposed to literally turn into the body of Christ too. So
Yeah, well, I didn't know about any of that. It was just a dusty
you didn't know
old
about
wafer.
transubstantiation.
No,
at
I
the
actually
time.
didn't know I wasn't supposed to go up and do it. I went to Catholic church one time with a friend of mine, and everybody got up and went to go take. So I just got up and got in line, and the dude.
And no one told you you're not Catholic. Get
I just
outta here.
watched what everybody else did, and I took the sip, and I took the waif, and the wafer was gross. The sip of grape juice helped wash down the dry ass wafer, basically.
Yeah, why don't they get some better wafers?
Like, this dude opened up what looked like a nice German craft beer and poured that into the cup, and they get a spaghetti noodle, which is way more palatable to me than a fucking dry ass wafer.
Like if it's gonna turn into Christ's flesh anyway, like couldn't he do that with anything? Like couldn't he do that with a slice of pizza or something? I guess not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you could say that about the pizza, but it's just not true, TJ. This is actually true. That's the difference, dude. The pasta fucking shit is real.
But it's not all good news though, Scott.
No, it isn't. In this climate of religious tolerance, the Pastafarians remain oppressed, Scotty. Pull it up, TJ. Read that headline.
Federal judge rules.
You need to put it on the screen for people.
Sorry. The
That's all
federal
good.
judge rules the flying spaghetti monster is not a god.
Bullshit.
What the fuck?
Arrest this judge, dude. Arrest this judge.
U.S. District Court of Nebraska has denied a prisoner's right to practice Pastafarianism by ruling the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, or FSM, is not a religion but a parody. Hello?
What?
Excuse me?
Parody?
Your God is a parody, you motherfucker. Stephen Kavanaugh, a prisoner in a Nebraska state penitentiary, sued the state in 2014, seeking $5 million in damages for deep emotional, psychological, and spiritual pain over the alleged breach of his right to worship the flying spaghetti monster or his flying noodliness. Can you believe that in this day and age, in this environment, in this country, this religiously tolerant country, a man in prison can't even hit his knees and pray to his God.
Wow, that's
can't even do it.
bullshit.
He's not even allowed to do
Listen
it.
to what this judge said, this so-called judge.
Read it, Scotty.
It is rather a parody intended to advance an argument about science, the evolution of life, and the place of religion in public education.
Boo.
Well, he's got a point there.
And this fucking judge, they said that the prison wouldn't let this guy dress in full pirate regalia, which is required by his faith.
It's kept humanity safe for thousands of years.
Yeah, and he was not allowed to hold religious services. It's bullshit.
I agree.
Are Christians allowed to hold religious
Yeah, of
services?
course they are.
Oh, of course.
Muslims,
Yes.
Buddhists.
Yep.
Yes.
Everyone else gets their religious bullshit.
But the Pastafarian guy,
Nope.
he gets nothing.
He's
He
denied.
can't even commune with our great noodly savior.
That
I did
sickens
pull
me to
some
the
hate
core of my
mail.
being.
I pulled a page with some hate mail that the noodly monster gets. I thought you could read it.
Or at least got back in 2006.
You could pick a couple of these. They're all pretty good. They're all pretty brain dead, so.
Hey, pirate. The only pirate you are is a butt pirate. Butt-plugging parrots, too. You and your group of sick, misguided, ugly, half-witted, inbred, drugged-up hippie friends really need a good ass beating. When my deployment of catching drug runners ends in South America and I return to San Diego, California, why don't we meet somewhere? You bring your freaks, friends, and I'll bring my friends, and we'll have a nice little discussion. However, before we meet, I suggest you fill out a last will and
Well,
testament.
they're Pastafarian, so they're not going to do that.
You almost have to go back to 2006 to find Wild Edge this pure and this real. This is before the copy pasta was invented or the idea of gaslighting this hard was invented. This is real. This dude really wanted the Flying Spaghetti Monster to bring a bunch of his acolytes to San Diego and have a rumble.
I think you'd been disappointed if you had showed up, dude.
I think he would have.
Good thing the Flying Spaghetti Monster is a merciful and loving God.
Okay, Mr. Bobby Henderson.
Who?
I'm seriously sorry, but I don't understand this whole idea of a bunch of noddles like flying around. I just can't grasp that. I can understand if you're trying to make a point like we shouldn't put science down, but you went a little overboard with your idea. I'm not sure if everything is well in your mind, and I think you should get some help, because your idea is whack. It's whack, dude. Fucking noddles. But people have different lives, I Gus. Gussie.
This is yours.
This is yours. But seriously, how many people believe in this? I think you would have to be pretty messed up in the head, or like, I don't even know. I mean, people freaking eat noodles. Why in the hell would someone want to worship it?
Why can't these people hit
That's a
spell
good
check?
point.
Why
You can
can't
freaking eat noodles. Why would anybody want to fucking worship it?
they go in your belly? Dude, hit spell check, motherfucker.
I'm a strong believer in God
I'm a strong-
and in GUC.
Juice.
the G-U
He's a
believer.
strong believer in juice.
No, he's a B-liver, dude.
Oh, sorry, I'm believer in
He's a
juice.
B-liver.
B-liver in juice.
I have a B-liver. Ah!
Oh shit, there's a B-liver in my juice.
Oh, man.
Have you ever read the Bible? If not, I think you should. Maybe can find what you're looking for in that. God will always pick you up when you are down. Just remember that.
No, the noodly appendage will pick me up, sir. So yeah, there's a ton of this shit, and it's it's all on the.
Oh, dude, go back.
What?
You keep going. Up. Sure would hate to be you on Judgment Day.
Oh
dude.
man, one of these.
It's short, too.
I sure would hate to be you on Judgment Day. You think God and the Bible all a bunch of malarkey? Well, if that's true. Please explain why hundreds of Bible prophecies have already come true and are still unfolding before our very eyes. God bless.
Carmen. Oops. I should have read that in a different accent. My bad.
Well, you don't know.
Carmen
you never know
knows.
till you
Carmen
get to the
can
end.
be-
I'm gonna
a
hate to
man's
be you
name,
on
dude.
Judgment Day, Paul. Oh, I hate to be you on Judgment Day.
Your God is a homo.
Okay, hold on. All right.
Your God is homo.
Who wants to field this one?
I'm gonna do it.
All right,
All right,
field
go.
it.
Bobby, Where do you live? Because me and my friends are gonna come and kick your ass, you fucking idiot.
I thought you should do Hank Hill for a second. You said Bobby. Bobby?
Bobby. Bobby. Damn it, Bobby. Where do you live? Because me and my friends are gonna come kick your fucking ass. I wasn't right, but... And next time you call my God a faggot, I will jam another oar up your ass. And you will have 3 oars up your ass and your boyfriend's dick. And I will super glue those oars before I pull them out your ass.
Damn, this guy's...
So you're going to stick your hands up his ass, too?
You're a fucking faggot. Let me fist you. Oh, let me show you oar up your ass.
This dude is so
This dude's
disgusted
so
by
gay,
gay
dude.
sex that he just describes horrible, intimate, or fucking other dude's asshole.
Another fucking closet gay dude.
You are a dog fucker. And a spaghetti monster fucker, and a devil fucker, and a boyfriend fucker.
Damn.
Okay, dude. This guy's fucking in some kinky shit, dude.
The first one he mentioned is the dark kink that he's most ashamed of. He's
Yep. Dog fucker.
He's a closet gay guy
Oh, double or that sweet
who
ass.
wants to double or a
dude,
dog.
He even wants to fuck the flying spaghetti monster, though. He's all like, yeah, I'll take that noodly appendage right up my
Noodly
fucking noodly little ass.
Oh, I want to stick my noodly appendage.
You know what? Maybe the flying spaghetti monster church is a little too try hard for you. Maybe it's a little too I care, I have a message. Maybe you want a more laid back religion. Maybe even more laid back than the Church of the Subgenius,
Whoa.
TJ.
Wow.
Why don't we take a little excursion into dudism, gentlemen?
Whoa.
Dudists, any dudists in the audience represent. What would the dude do?
Cool.
That's the central, spiritual, if not theological concern of the Church of the Latter-day Dude, the totally not fake religion based on the ethos of Jeffrey the Dude Lebowski, the slacker savior in Joel and Ethan Coen's The Big Lebowski.
Cool.
Organized or rather disorganized in 2005, the Church of the Latter-day Dude, a.k.a. Dudism, which prides itself for being the slowest growing religion in the world, has obtained more than 120,000 dudist priests. That's pretty amazing. It's 120,000 dudist priests out there, ordained and ready to marry, TJ.
Sweet.
Dudism has evolved, yes, slowly over the last 6 years, from its birth as the brainchild of founder Oliver Benjamin, a journalist and native Californian who splits his time between Los Angeles and Chiang Mai, Thailand. So I think I got a picture of him. He does a really good... That's a dude pose there.
It is.
And it's a tough one to pull off.
Makes me want a Stella Artois.
Yeah.
Give me one of the Stella Artois. Can I get a Stella Artois? Sometimes change is good.
That should have single-handedly ended this religion.
Maybe it did. Because I actually had trouble pulling stuff for dudism because there was like a dudist manifesto website with all their information on it. Guess what's gone?
What?
Whoa,
the
dude.
dudism website. Now, maybe it was just down for me when I was pulling for this, but it looked like it had been gone for some time. It was spitting a 404 at me.
Damn.
So I had to pull from other sources. So it may be that the
Stella Artois
killed dudism. Which
It looks
would
like
be-
it's up.
Oh, it's back up now? Okay.
Here
Well,
you go.
Last night it was dead to the world, but it's all right. I managed to find about dudism from elsewhere.
Cool.
So this guy wrote a book called The Abide Guide, Living Like Lebowski, and it's the official dudist Bible now. The dude may seem like an unlikely figurehead, but in this day and age where our greatest concerns aren't Armageddon or the afterlife, but generalized anxiety and existential engagement, the dude helps us enlighten up to a greater quality of life, Benjamin, the Doodly Llama, as he's called, said. That's a pretty cool title.
Doodly Llama, dude.
The doodly. I like it, man.
We don't need heroic figures to lead us to a promised land. We need dudists to help us abide right where we are. You know what? There's something comforting in that.
Yeah.
You know, TJ? I take comfort in that, knowing that there's dudists out there taking it easy for all us sinners, TJ.
I like it. I'm down with it. I'm going to join all these religions.
Yeah, just sign up for all of them. I mean, there's no... I haven't heard any rules.
The Dudafarian Church of the Subgenius. It's going to be what I
Just
do.
combine all your religions into one, dude.
So dudism has kind of some basic doctrine. Here it says Judaism has no doctrine, but that's not quite true in my experience. Preferring direct experience to systematic formulation of religious teachings. That alone is a doctrine,
That's a
as I
doctrine,
understand it. Nor does it have any formal rituals. This follows their belief that once a religion gets too complex, things will start to go wrong. Instead, Judaism is an attempt to keep religion simple. While the church is 75% male, Judaism strives to present itself as an egalitarian community where traditional gender roles do not apply. And why would they? What kind of wedding tackle you got has no bearing on whether or not you can chill like the dude. Am I wrong?
Exactly.
A woman can fucking wear a sloppy robe and drink a White Russian and stand on her foot in the middle of a rug.
So far I want pasta and a White Russian. Because of this
I want
episode.
pasta, pizza, a White Russian, and I want that hot devil chick that was dressed up in the sexy devil costume in the Church of the Subgenius commercial.
Cool.
That's what I want.
All of that.
The idea is this. Life is short and complicated. Nobody knows what to do about it, so don't do anything about it. Just take it easy, man. Do your best to be true to yourself and others. That is to say, abide. And I pulled a little something from the founder.
Must abide.
We could watch a couple minutes of this, him talking about the religion.
All right, cool. Barcroft TV.
To a lot of people, the idea of making a religion based on a movie seems silly, but I'm very serious about this, and all the people who are involved in the religion and who are followers of the Church of the Latter-day Dude, even though they have a sense of humor about it and they don't take it, so seriously the way a lot of established religions do, a lot of people get a great deal of meaning out of being part of the Church of the Latter-day Dude, and so even though it's kind of silly and they joke about it,
Seems like the dude wouldn't do that. Like he wouldn't go to some park and
One of us.
Want to hold I don't think the dude would be comfortable holding court with a bunch of people being a religious figure and
Yeah,
shit.
I think he'd be late for that meeting.
But whatever. I mean, we can't help but project our own weirdness into the things that we love. Isn't that true, TJ?
That is true.
You know what?
And I think this guy, you know what?
Speak the
You
truth.
guys just need to take it easy and let this guy have his little meeting.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm fine with it, man. I got no problem with him out there, taking it easy for us sinners.
Everyone looks like they were
when it
smiling and
comes
having
down
fun,
to it,
Paul.
they feel very strongly about it, and so do I.
Whoa.
Oh, dude, he's doing the stretch, man.
A worldview that says you shouldn't try so hard to enjoy life. Enjoying life is actually relatively easy if you just take it easy and if you go with the flow.
Whoa.
He has a long tongue.
Jody Bowles.
There's
There
a lot
you go.
of religions that
That was a
people
strike, dude.
Strikeola.
follow, but most of them are 2,000 years old or more. And it's very hard for them to make sense in a modern context. I started this religion because the religion that I wanted didn't exist. I traveled the world looking for it, and it wasn't until I saw The Big Lebowski.
It looks like he's just doing nothing. It looks like he's literally
much.
he sees the camera on him. He's like, I want to look like I'm actively saying stuff, but he's just going doodly doo, doodly dee. I mean, I'm fine with that. Whatever. Here's the thing. This one, I think, more than the previous two, I'm not really interested in joining. And you'd think I would be, because I'm a huge fan of the movie, but I think this one's a little silly. This one, to me, doesn't really strike as a parody religion and more of just this guy's obsession with this movie, and it
Has gone a little too far.
it's gone awry.
Yeah.
Dudism, I didn't pull a whole lot. There's not a whole lot of intrigue surrounding Dudism, but I have one final religion to cover tonight that I guarantee neither of you ever knew existed. How about some Jediism?
I've heard of this.
Oh, no, you haven't, Scotty. You've
think I
never
have.
heard of this, Scotty. This
Heard
is
of it, Paul.
brand new information to you because I was able to dig this out from the bowels of the internet.
The bowels.
The Jedi here are real people that live or lived their lives according to the principles of Jediism,
Cool.
the real Jedi religion or philosophy. So this is based pretty strictly on canon stuff from the Star Wars universe, and then kind of adapted for modern life, obviously. Jedi followers, ministers, and leaders embrace Jediism as a real, living, breathing religion and sincerely believe in its teachings. So they believe in peace, justice, love, learning, benevolence. It's unlikely that the Jedi way conflicts with other beliefs or traditions. So I guess it's one of those openly allows everything.
It's a non-denominational sort of faith.
I did after searching around. Oh, you know what? It was this one that I wasn't able to find. This one, the official Church of the Jediism shit was the one that was down.
Oh, okay.
So maybe check and see if I was right about that, because it might be gone. The Last Jedi, indeed. Maybe that was it.
Jedi have died, dude.
Maybe when they saw the prequels and the remakes
they were just
and
like,
shit, they're just like,
nope, this is
It's
different.
dead.
now.
That's up to.
That's up to. Okay.
Dude, maybe the fucking power of the Sith, dude.
We believe. So here's a list of some beliefs. Some beliefs.
You must believe.
We
All right,
believe.
let's see if I agree or disagree.
Okay.
That's the true test.
So we believe in the Force and in the inherent worth of all life within it.
I don't believe that.
Nope.
Okay? In the sanctity of the human person. We
Nope.
oppose the use of torture and cruel or unusual punishment, including the death penalty.
I believe in the second part,
Nope.
not the first part.
Nope. None of
We
that.
believe in a society governed by laws and grounded in reason and compassion, not in fear or prejudice.
Sounds good.
Anarchy.
We believe in a society that does not discriminate on the basis of sexual orientation or circumstances of birth, such as gender, ethnicity, or national origin.
What part of the
Ridiculous.
movie did they get that from?
I don't know. I guess the fact that Jedis are all over the color spectrum. I guess.
Right, yeah, I guess.
Species,
But we never
races.
heard,
Come
never
on,
heard of any
TJ.
gay Jedi, so.
I mean,
How
how
do
do
you
you
know?
know?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You never
A
heard
lot of-
explicitly
like-
one way or the other.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Obi-Wan is probably
Isn't
gay,
that the
dude.
way it should be?
I guess.
There you go.
Actually, did you ever see Obi-Wan with a woman, dude?
Yeah.
Good point.
How do you-
Obi-Wan Jablomi.
I love how Paul just swallowed that.
I mean,
laughing.
all we ever saw Luke get. Look how far Luke got. I mean, he kissed his fucking sister, dude. Come on, these guys are not. I mean,
Yeah, they ain't too uptight, I guess.
yeah.
So we believe in the positive influence of spiritual growth and awareness on society.
Oh, okay.
Definitely don't believe in that.
Jerk off.
We believe in the importance of freedom of conscience and self-determination within religious, political, and other structures.
That sounds pretty meaningless.
Yeah, no.
We believe in the separation of religion and government and the freedoms of speech, association, and expression.
Okay, sure.
Behind all that.
Oh, do away with that.
And they have a creed, too. And you might have heard this creed somewhere. There is no emotion, there is peace. There is no ignorance, there is knowledge. There is no passion, there is serenity. There is no chaos, there is harmony. There is no death, there is the force.
Gibberish.
So I've got a picture of the founder here.
Oh, please be a total dork.
Kind of dorky.
Well, not.
I mean, he's ripped through the chest, though.
Yeah, he doesn't really look that dorky.
But he's pierced up, though. I don't know. Is that
yeah,
still cool?
I mean, he's in the middle of dork. I mean, he's definitely a dork.
He's got
but
a little dork
he's
vibe,
not,
but
he's not a mega dork.
I was
He's not-
hoping it was going to be like fucking, I don't know,
like
like
Coke bottle glasses,
No.
Urkel
kinda,
or something.
yeah.
I don't
Or
fucking
just
know.
some fat, pimply dude. So in 2007, Daniel Morgan Jones, this dude here, became world famous for founding the Church of Jediism at the age of 20. Since then, he's been featured in many national newspapers and interviewed by the BBC, Good Morning America, ITN, blah, blah, blah. Who cares?
So you got a bunch of press appearances on the strength of this.
Time
religion.
Magazine did a feature on him and the church
Really?
in 2008. Yep.
Jeez, all you got to do to get all this shit is just make up a stupid religion?
Yep, and then get a bunch of dumbasses to follow it.
Wow.
Because if you just do it and you're the only one, nobody's going to cover you.
Right.
Daniel has been the student of a student. So this comes from his people. So this is what Daniel
So
wants
this
you
is
to know.
his PR.
Right. Daniel has been a student of human behavior and interaction since he was 11 years old, and in his extensive research, he began to recognize parallels between all the positive and inspiring material in every world religion, philosophy, and spiritual text he encountered. Having been an avid Star Wars fan from the age of 4, it dawned on him that the perfect human being all his research pointed towards was that of the idyllic Jedi Knights from the Star Wars universe, so he set about developing the teachings of Jediism. This was originally the birth of the Church of Jediism in 2007. It was originally called the UK Church of Jediism. The organization grew out of its small holdings in Ainsley, Wales, in the UK, where Daniel lives and works.
I wonder what their church. I wonder if they have membership numbers on here.
I think it's like 100,000, 200,000 people.
Oh, you can get married by them.
Yeah, you definitely. I actually didn't pull it, but I was able to find tax exemption status for the Church of Judaism. They are legally recognized as a tax exempt legal religion in the United States.
It is time to start a religion.
Yep.
It's time for us to start the Church of Deep Fat Fried.
So you can get married legally, straight out by a Jediist priest. Anything you can do in a church, you can do in a temple of Jediism, although, of course, it's not as big, so there aren't as many of them. So
I don't see any membership numbers. Oh, wait, they have a Facebook group. That probably won't tell me much, though.
Join the church.
Well, how popular is it?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Let's
like, you see how many likes it has?
It wants me to log into Facebook. I ain't doing it.
All right.
Whatever. There's probably not that many, but there could be, I guess.
I read somewhere there's like 100,000. Let me look real quick here.
Yeah.
I'm reading something.
So why do you think all of these religions came about? Because some of these are obvious parodies, and some of them are just kind of like silly religions. Like I think the two that are based on movies, strangely enough, are actually
the most serious,
attempting to be legitimate faiths.
Yeah. It was strange. You got to judge each one on its own merits because they're all different.
Right.
The Church of the Subgenius seems to be just more of a broad critique of religion and religiosity and New Age guruism, kind of mixed into this idea that religion doesn't have to be about denying yourself things. It's kind of a Church of Satanism kind of angle.
Yeah, it kind of seemed the most subversive of the churches.
Yeah, they definitely have that very dry sense of humor where they don't really care if anybody else thinks it's funny as long as they think it's funny and they're in on the joke, which I really appreciate that type of stuff.
Right. Whereas the whole Pastafarianism thing is a little bit more.
So here, TJ, I found something from 2015.
Okay, 2015.
Thousands of people have converted to the Jedi faith.
Thousands, okay. So just vague thousands.
So for thousands of believers, 'tis the season of honor, and one of the most important religious figures in history, Yoda. So I guess Yoda's a big... so here's some numbers. In England, they're the 7th largest religion with 175,000 members.
What the fuck?
15,000 Jedi can be found in the Czech Republic, along with 9,000 in Canada and 65,000 in Australia.
How many in the U.S.? Does it say?
I'm not seeing too much.
It's got to be huge here if it's that big in fucking UK.
Jesus.
And it's
well,
tax
it started
exempt.
there.
Yeah, but it's tax exempt here.
Wow.
I'm not saying anything about... since 2007, they filed in Texas.
That's crazy.
Fucking unbelievable. So
we actually do have an interview with the guy.
Yeah, I did pull a little bit
let's go ahead
of
and
him
So
talking.
this isn't just a little nothing thing.
Let's take a quick gander.
So there's a few
at
100,000
Jediism.
people at least.
Oops, that's the wrong thing.
So Jedi is a person who follows the ideology or the idiosyncrasies of the philosophical
He's got like kind of an SJW look here.
Yeah.
or the spiritual part of the
I guess I should have known when it was all the equality stuff.
Jedi Knights in the Star Wars universe, but in a real
Stupid.
Jediism
equality.
currently has more than 500,000 members
That's
worldwide.
unbelievable, man.
Okay, so
This is probably then, and I may be wrong about this, but this is probably easily the biggest religion that we've covered tonight.
Creepers.
life practical approach. So
Can you speak in English? What does that mean?
it means that, like, you know,
Can you speak English? All that, mate,
I did kind of like this
mindfulness, doing
clip because
good,
they do
trying
hold his
to
feet
help
to the fire.
Fellow man, moving society forward in a positive way, and being the peacekeeper within the entire universe, really.
Well,
Wait a minute. So wait a minute.
Yeah.
Ew, Pierce Morgan's here.
I thought I
course he is.
escaped his fucking
Didn't you hear the British
slimy
accent?
ass.
Dude, anywhere you hear a British slimy accent, Pierce Morgan
is going to just appear.
Yeah, he like a goblin. He just
Good morning,
appears
Britain. God, I
like
feel
Rumpelstiltskin.
dun,
You
dun,
know,
I
when
feel-
you say his name 3
So
times.
wait, people in Britain have to wake up looking at Pierce
Yeah,
Morgan?
I guess
Yes,
so,
they
dude.
do.
Sorry.
Yes, they do.
I
Sorry,
guess
you
that'll
can't-
motivate you to brush your teeth and get the fuck out the door.
At least his
Peacekeeper in
co-host
the
is easy on the
entire
eyes.
universe.
I never said I'm just the only one, but we
Do you think you're
strive.
slightly overstating your position in the firmament? I mean, I'm not being funny, but I mean,
Yeah, you never have been, eh?
Yeah, trust me.
call yourself
We're not going
the
to make
peacekeeper
that
of the
mistake.
entire-
Murderer Charles Manson
Was Pierce
dies,
Morgan
age
just
83.
funny just now?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Well, that seems a little overstating your powers?
Not really. I think we all have a... Well, it's like saying the neighbourhood watch. We've like going to somebody's house who's part of the neighbourhood watch saying, really, you watch the entire neighbourhood? Don't be silly. No, we all have a role to play. We all do our part for it. So we're part of a community of people who are peacekeepers. We are people who promote peace and harmony. And it's the role that you take on when you're doing something, well, when you're part of this movement or this philosophical...
And do you view it as a religion?
Well, it's a great question. I mean, to me, I would say...
For tax-exempt purposes?
Yeah.
Why I asked it?
In America, you do.
It's an applied life philosophy that people could take on board as a religion or a faith.
But do you view it as a religion?
I would say that...
Do you think... I mean, because we're going to come to Caroline in a moment. She's a Catholic like me.
Yes.
Right? We take our religion seriously.
You call it the Church
Good
of
for
Jedi.
you.
We're Catholics, and that's way more believable.
Hey, you want to know something, Pierce Morgan? This is going to blow your fucking top. Those of us that aren't religious look at you with the same incredulity as we look at this blue-haired Jedi over here. When you start talking about your religious nonsense.
Exactly
I'm
the
a
same.
Catholic. It's like, okay, so good for you.
In fact, I would actually give him more credibility than you.
Yeah, because at least his is based on something I can go watch and
Yeah.
has a foundation that's here on planet Earth.
Yeah. Also, tolerance, self-belief, and positivity don't seem to be big factors in the Catholic Church, whereas diddling children are. So fuck you, Piers
Yeah,
Morgan.
I'm a Catholic. Who cares?
You're way more morally reprehensible, and you should be fucking questioned far more thoroughly than this dude.
Yeah, seriously. Why don't you let this guy fire some questions at you, Mr. Catholic? I don't know. I don't want to defend this guy too much. I think Pierce is pretty right about this. It all sounds very nebulous, and it could be a religion. Maybe it's a religion. It's an applied life philosophy.
Jediism doesn't seem to take too many strong stances.
So is it possible then? Do you think that this guy maybe has his tongue firmly planted in his cheek, like J.R. Bob Dobbs and the crew?
I don't think so.
He's like, I just want to show how absurd you can just make an absurd religion about anything. Hey, everybody's a Jedi now. I got
It's
Jedi
about
priests marrying
influence
people.
and making money. I mean, they even said it grew out of its small, modest kind of little office they had in the UK. So it's probably, with 500,000 members, like this guy's probably making a lot of money off these people. So that's probably the motivation at this point, I would guess.
I clearly see it as a religion.
Yes or no?
Churches are, actually, you've asked 3 questions.
We haven't answered it yet. Is it a religion?
Let me speak and I'll tell you. So yes, it is a religion in the sense that religion is something you do on a religious practice, which is a regular basis of a faith built on something that is.
So maybe he's having to tiptoe around it. Maybe in Britain he's not recognized as a religion and he doesn't want to step on toes or something. Because it seems weird that he would be this cagey about is it a religion when he's tax exempt fully in the United States and making probably hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions a year.
Buddhism is a religion, but non-deity based, non-dogmatic, and this is where we find the basis.
So is it you're agreeing?
There's a fierce debate about whether Buddhism is a religion or a philosophy, and that's the same with us.
Yeah.
We are for people who...
So you do equate yourselves, Jediism, with Buddhism.
Is there really a fierce debate about that, though?
There's a fierce debate.
Don't most people kind of land on it's a religious philosophy and leave it there?
Okay, well, let me just say this. I went to the website, and the first thing I found by Daniel M. Jones is Become the Force, 9 lessons on how to live as a Jedi Master for everyone who loves Star Wars.
But no dogma, though.
Yeah, I did find some, and I probably should have pulled it, but it was late last night when I was finishing this up. I found some, people that are clearly grifting on the Jedis. You know what I mean? Like selling, a Jedi defense course and, a...
Yeah, not only that, check this out. Right here on the front page of their website, it says an official religion, census issues.
Yeah.
So why you say it's here? It's an official religion. Over here in this interview, it's not
maybe,
that long
it
ago.
Can be.
Are you on Become? Are you on Become the Force?
Sort of. No, I'm at JediChurch.org.
Go to becometheforce.com.
Oh, okay.
Well, answer, won't you? Yes.
And
yes
look at the first
and no,
thing you
maybe.
see. Look at the first thing you fucking see.
Become the Force.
So to Become the Force is a fucking book. So this guy's using it to sell fucking books.
Of course he is.
And there's a store as well.
Well, there's always a book.
I mean, he's like
There's gotta
any
be
other
a
fucking
book.
religion. He's in it for the fucking money, baby.
All right, so here
Maybe
we go.
he's in it for the money. Don't you know
This
that?
is a good site. So I think this is actually their official site. It looks like that other one was just I guess some other competing Church of Jedis.
So available in 2017.
Yeah, you can get it. It's not available 2017.
now.
And Barnes & Noble in the US.
And you can get online Jedi training too.
Online training.
Oh, look at
Courses?
this.
And
wait a minute.
Shirts.
Wow.
Become the Force. Yeah. Jediist and proud.
Oh, and they has advertisers. JediRobe.com. Wait a minute.
Jedi Robe.
Forbidden
and,
Planet YouTube?
Publishers Weekly and
What?
YouTube and Forbidden Planet. Oh, I think that's just a YouTube channel.
I mean, whatever.
Where's
If these old
Publishers-
fucking
where does this go?
these
it's
old
just a
fucking
review?
Roman vampires can suck off of humanity like this for 2,000 years and build golden palaces, so can this fucking idiot and his Jedi. I don't give a fuck. He's just another one on the grift to me. If I cared about him, I'd have to care about all these other motherfuckers, and I just don't.
Paulism, everybody.
Yeah, there's Paulism. Who gives a fuck?
Get to work on that Paul Bible.
Yeah.
It'd be real.
Yeah.
That's it. I just wrote it.
Yeah, it's
who
like,
gives a
who
fuck?
gives a fuck? Fuck this.
All right, well let's get it off to the presses then.
Yeah.
Who gives a
The
fuck?
new religious text.
It'll just say Paulism on the front. People open it. It looks all nice and thick, but every page is blank except for the first one that just says "Who gives a fuck."
No, it'll just be Rule 1, who gives a fuck. The next one will be See Rule 1. See Rule 1.
So that's a cursory look at parody religions. We covered 4 tonight, and there were probably 14 that I looked at. And more than that, probably, that I didn't get a chance to look at. So definitely something we could revisit again if people liked this.
So let us know.
Let us know. You're the patrons.
Were you fascinated?
Let us know.
Did it engage your interest?
If you haven't already and you're a patron and you want to come to the Big Chief, make sure to check out the Facebook event page and all that shit.
Oh, yeah. You
Stay tuned for your voted stuff, too.
Yes.
Your voted episodes are in the pipes.
Coming soon. Coming soon.
Coming for you.
All right. So thank you guys and good
night.
night.
Good night.